My name is Americus Reed, and I am a professor of marketing here at the Wharton School, and I currently am conducting research on identity. I think that it's interesting because even just the choice of using Annie Leibovitz as the photographer is saying something to communicate a certain kind of notion of authenticity around the event. I think the fact that Caitlyn Jenner is dressed in the way that she's dressed on the cover is a statement about really the fact that she is showing you in all glory who she really is. I think had she come out on that cover and been a bit more reserved or conservative, I think the message would have been a little less powerful. And because of that, I think the choice to have done that was pretty smart. And it also probably very much matches the persona and identity, if you will, of the Vanity Fair brand, which is very fashionable and very innovative and very cutting edge, if you will, as well. So I think the combination of those elements makes for a pretty tight package around the clear message that Caitlyn is trying to send the world. So one of the big points I make in my class, I teach consumer behavior, understanding customers. And one of the things we do in that class is we try to describe consumers. And one of the easy ways to describe consumers is to put them into buckets called demographics, right? So things like age, socioeconomic status, income, and gender are the kinds of very coarse variables that we try to put people into to try to describe consumers. And what this is teaching me is the fact that there's a different way. You can't always put people into these buckets. And in fact, their identity may be completely non-capturable by these very coarse definitions. And so from that perspective, you have to go beyond just these categories that you put people in, and you have to understand more about what's going on inside of them as people, as individuals, in terms of the life that they're living and the lifestyles that they have. And that kind of more psychological, psychographic approach is one of the key takeaways here. The fact that they're a market perhaps with unique needs that are different from others, not affiliated with that community, leads me to believe that companies will be savvy about, it'll be on their radar now, that perhaps at least thinking about, oh, well, there's an entire large group of folks out here who have this identity. And it's a bona fide identity, it's a real authentic identity, and perhaps there are ways that we can create value for that community and market our products to that community. And from my perspective, I think that's a door that's now open, more so opened. I mean, it's always been there, but definitely more so open because of the national attention that Caitlyn Jenner has provided on this issue.